Hi, my name is Catherine Went with Syscon, and thanks for taking a moment of your time. In 2021, I joined Darren Hardy in a program that he had. It was a year-long work program of learning and education, and it was called The Hero's Journey. And on this, we had weekly calls, homework, get back on for Q&A, and we did this each week during the entire year. So he had a definition for hero, since it was the hero's journey. Here's what he said. A hero is simply an ordinary person put in an extraordinary circumstance who takes action. And we've all been watching this play out over the last 2+ years. We've watched it on the world stage, unusual circumstances, leaders taking action. We've watched it play out in the United States. We've watched it play out in our businesses, especially as the pandemic initially hit. Many of us had to pivot. We had to get creative. We had to provide the leadership for people in a time when everything was unknown. And many of our clients definitely survived, and some were even able to thrive through these changes. And even with the 2 years of fallout, we're still making that change. So what about leadership? So leadership is so different than it was 30, 40, 50 years ago. There are more generations in the workforce than ever. There are more ethnicities, more cultures, more women. When it comes to work, we have more choices about what we do and who we do it for. These are huge changes from just a few decades ago. So in this course, Darren identified the 5 generations that are in our workforce right now. So the first one is called the builders or traditionalists, those born between 1930 and 1945. Then there are the baby boomers. They were between 1946 and 64. Generation X, 1965 to 1980. Millennials, Generation Y, that would be 1981 to 1994. And then Generation Z is after 1995. So we learned our parenting by watching our parents. And we learned our leadership skills by watching our bosses and the people in leadership in our communities and homes and businesses. What we've been watching isn't working the same way anymore. The ground has changed. So B.B. King had an interesting quote that I like. The beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. So when we work with our clients now, many of them are hardworking. They are advocates for their trade. They are often philanthropic, and they spend a lot of time being educated and helping others and leading in those environments. What if we took that same effort towards learning new leadership skills and learning the new leadership landscape so that we could have an even better impact? So Darren had an interesting challenge, and I'm going to offer it to you. What if you took 30 minutes out of every day to read a book, listen to a podcast on this topic of leadership? I'll bet it would be quite an adventure for you. And I know that the people in your community, your church group, your business, the places that you're providing leadership will definitely see those changes, and you'll have better skills to move forward with those things. So give it some thought. What about that? 30 minutes leadership reading every day for the next year. Would love to hear if you're going to join me on that. Thanks for your time. I hope you have a great rest of your day.